so now you want to see other people. We can do that. Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so today we're gonna kick it a little bit old school. Today I'm gonna be doing 2016 versus 2020 makeup trends. 2016 was an iconic year for makeup. Most of your faves started off posting around that time. Most people really got into it on social media around that time. We had the glitter cut creases and the tutorials on the contour all over your face. Makeup trends have definitely changed in the past 4 years, so I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about it while we do our makeup so I'm not having a long ass intro. But if you're one of those people that misses old school tutorials, I got you right now. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. If you're new here, my name's Ashley. That's me. I'm gonna go ahead and insert some inspo pics of the 2020 and the 2016. So 2020 to me is all about glass skin, really beautiful skin looks with graphic liner, with rhinestones, with jewels, with like little things that pop. Real OGs know what's up with my fleeky versus natural brow routine. This is gonna be very similar to that video because one side's gonna be very natural, one's gonna be very fleeky. So I'm gonna go in with the infamous Dipbrow from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now, I've never been a Dipbrow girl, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I've never been a Dipbrow girl. It just was always too much for me. Damn, she's dry. Ooh, she is dry. Ooh, definitely gonna have to take the tail down because we had really arched brows at this time. This is looking real nasty. I don't know about this Dipbrow. I think this is still a little too expired. It was all about that ombre effect in the front. If you had that going for you, then you were really popular at that time. Let me tell you something. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a pencil just because that's not working for me. But this is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Shape Tape had just come out that year in 2016. So I'm not gonna use that, but I am gonna use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer just because I'm out of the Shape Tape right now. I used to carve out my eyebrows with concealer. Ew. I much prefer to use a foundation or something very, very creamy, not something that's super light and looks ridiculous, but that's what we did, so I'm gonna do that today. Brows were everything at this time. If you had bomb brows, I'm telling you, you were it. And worst of all, we also carved out the top with this concealer. That brow is really serving me 2016 vibes. Oh my God, can you see it now? When we used to do this, you remember this? For the 2020 side, I'm just gonna fill in the hairs slightly with the Precisely My Brow Pencil. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and like extend it out. We are definitely doing the straight brow currently. That's definitely a thing. You've been seeing it everywhere. I actually don't hate carving the brow a bit. It's just that I really think these harsh concealers were the worst. This is the Glossier, the stretch concealer. It's still concealer. I know I was just talking shit about that like 5 minutes ago. Ew. It's really, really creamy and it just blends in like skin, so you can't really see it. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the Glossier Boy Brow. Just get these brows into place. Of course, the palette of the year, the Morphe 35O. This is all that was talked about all year long. But I actually don't think I ever owned the 35O. I do have the 35O too. We definitely used tape back then, but I am gonna go ahead and just go in with these little e.l.f. stickies. If you're thinking, why don't you just cut these in half because it will save you money and it's just a smarter thing to do, you're absolutely right, but yet here I am. Going in deeper. That's what he said. Pull out glitter anymore. I never use a loose glitter. Like, this is a very rare occasion that I will do such a thing, and I'm so glad that this is not popular anymore because damn, glitter sucked. Sorry glitter, you left the chat, but you sucked. And I just don't like you, okay? I'm gonna use this pressed glitter from Morphe. This is the 39L palette. definitely got glitter in my eyes. And let's all be honest, we know we were using all craft store glitter at that time. We were buying tons of craft store glitter. We could have been cut our corneas right off our face. We would have all been running around here with no eyeballs. I don't usually use tape to do wing liner. I honestly just wanted the tape for the eye look, but I'm not taking it off, so. You absolutely cannot forget an inner corner highlight. Like if you don't show up with an inner corner highlight, you might as well not show up at all. And we just used to say corny shit like, my future is brighter than my highlighter. For the 2020 side, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Fenty Snap Shadow in number 1. Because we can't accidentally look like we're actually wearing makeup in 2020. It's gotta look real light, like we were born like this. This is a look that I do all the time and that I do get questions about, so this is exactly what I do. I just go in and create a wing with the brown shadow. Just create a simple little wing. Literally, this takes me like 2 seconds. And so far for this side, that is literally it. Yes, boring ass stuff, but she's so cute. So for face on the 2016 side, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Too Faced Born This Way. I honestly don't know if this existed back then. I'm not too sure, but it is full coverage and it is matte. So this was before I realized that I had dry skin. And for me, matte foundation is a big no-no. Oh, girl, this is not light beige. Like, I'm light medium. This is not looking light. I remember back then people being lighter than me and be like, I'm gonna go in with MAC NC35. I'm like, no, you're not. It's almost offensive what you're doing right now. It's too much. On this side, I'm gonna take the Glossier Skin Tint. Very light coverage. Damn near nothing. I don't always wear such a light coverage foundation, but I definitely see this year being very much a glass skin, light but perfected type of style. Where would we be without a super highlighted under eye? Yes, this is exactly what we did. Oh my God, this is so realistic to the times. Well, I definitely was doing this. We are obviously going to be doing a cream contour with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Palette. We used to hear that phrase a lot. And even back then, I used to add like an oil to these because to me it's too dry without putting something to help it blend out. I'm gonna go in with the BH bronzer. This is actually something that I still use to this day. Honestly, one of my favorite products, a really, really good bronzer. The Bronze Babe shade. I'm sure we were using Airspun or something of the sort at the time. We all know the Airspun scandal, okay? And at that point, stocks must have plummeted. My dry skin is crying. Also gonna, this I still do. For this one, I'm gonna take the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. I actually used this a couple years back in a cheapest makeup products from Sephora video that I did. And it's actually really, really good. It's lightweight. It feels really, really bomb on the skin. So actually probably one of my faves right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take Fawn. This is actually a really good contour shade from Anastasia. Super cool tone, as you can see right there. It's gonna give us what we need. That shade just looks so much better as a nose contour. Like literally so much better. I'm still using this bronzer. It's bomb. It's been with me for years and years and years. It's just something that I just love using. And I do have a code if you want to try it out. It is code ASH. So definitely check it out. Blush is such a huge thing now. You got like the little blush nose that was so popular last year. As where I just feel like blush wasn't used as much in 2016, like maybe like a Milani Luminoso type of situation, but it was always something kind of bronze with a little bit of shimmer to it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it right across up to my nose. Take just a bit under the eye, not too much because I will crease. As a matter of fact, I have this Luminoso palette, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of that on the 2016 side. But it always had to be warm tone, like everything was very apricot. That's just like the whole style of the year. Candy break. I genuinely never thought I'd see the day where I would say that I really don't wear highlight anymore. It's like, who is she? What is she? Like, what is she doing here? Go leave, please. At the time, highlight was huge. It was like, oh my God, Becky, look at her highlight. The Anastasia Beverly Hills glow kits were everywhere. You had to have a really poppin' highlight or you just didn't count. Like, you weren't even a human being, I guess. It's cool, like in pictures and such, it's a really cool look. It looks really cool. In person, it just depends. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with these CoverGirl Clean Fresh Glow Stick. This is in So Guilty. And that's it. I didn't expect to have this like nostalgic feeling that I have right now. Like, I'm almost like a little emotional about this. It's like, it just gives me such a flashback to such a different time in the beauty community. I respect what it is now because the business has gotten huge, but like just the way that we kind of were all as one back then is gonna sound so corny. Oh my God, I already heard it coming out of my mouth. We went in on trends together and we did stuff that like was all like as a community, so you could watch everyone's videos and you felt like kind of in sync. And I like that everybody is so diverse now and there's so many different things to watch, but I also kind of miss that kind of community aspect of it all. I feel like I never worried about how that baking looked under my eyes because I put a huge amount of eyeshadow underneath my eye anyway, so you could never see it. And we always were wearing liner, like the blackest of black liner in your waterline was so important. For the 2020 side, I'm gonna go ahead and do some gems. We saw a huge pop off in rhinestones after Euphoria came out. A lot of us obviously had already been using gems, but let's be truthful and honest, it was popularized by Euphoria in a bigger way. I feel like the most big stacked lashes you could possibly find back then were the best. So I'm gonna use these extra lashes from Baddie B, and I do have a code hotcakess if you want to save some money. And for this, I'm going to use the Araceli Beauty Cabo lashes, which are one of my absolute favorites right now. They give me the perfect cat eye effect. And I'm going to go ahead and apply these off camera real quick, and I will be right back. We are looking almost done. Of course, it is time for lips now. I feel weird because one of my eyes is so much heavier than the other. Like, this one's like... I remember doing a lot of bold lips in 2016, like different colors, different shades, different textures, everything like that. But obviously, liquid lipsticks were the queen in 2016. I don't like liquid lipsticks, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Vamp shade. For this side, I am gonna use NYX Sandstorm. And I probably still used this back then as well, but she's just timeless. She's everything. It wouldn't be 2020 without a gloss bomb, so I was gonna use the Fenty Glow one, like the original, but I couldn't find it, even though I know I have like 5 of them running around here, and that makes me so mad. But this one is Fussy, so she's cute as well. It's like a nice gloss. I noticed gloss is really making a comeback in my opinion. Plumping glosses and just like slightly tinted glosses. Let me know down below in the comments which side you prefer. I honestly could see it from both points of views. I could see where you'd still be into this. I could see where you'd now be into this, moving to the future, you know, doing your thing. This was such an iconic time in the beauty community. This just really represents like 2 different people to me. This is like 2 very different times of my life. So it's more than just makeup, you guys. These are memories. These are experiences that we had. Definitely send this video to a friend who loved 2016 makeup or loved old school makeup tutorials. I'd love for them to see this and enjoy it here with us. Let me go ahead and give you guys a close up real quick so you can see the big difference. When both my personalities link up. All right, you guys, do not forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell because I expect to see you in the comments of my next video. Like, I will wait. Go ahead, click it. I'll wait. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.